intrigued by your company. I've never heard of an ad agency that works on spec. So you make ads for companies that didn't hire you to make ads.
That's right. Sounds like a terrible business model, but trust me, business is booming.
A man interviews for a job at a spec ad agency with a questionable background. What'd you think of this one?
Well, I was enjoying my confusion, I guess.
Right.
Because this was just top shelf surrealism at its finest. The only really grounded thing here is that it had something of a premise. Like you could say on paper, oh, this was a sketch about an ad firm that does specs.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's an idea for a sketch that could be played generally straight.
That's already a good premise because who would do that?
Yeah. And you get jokes out of that. And almost immediately, this thing gets derailed into like the most weirdest nightmare quality kind of surrealist beats. It's so out of there. And every time I think that SNL has done the weirdest thing, like whether it be Office Race or some other Good Neighbor stuff.
Forget about Office Race.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Like they've gone into the weird territory.
Mm-hmm.
But like this one had no holds barred.
Right.
And I just love this stuff. It's the kind of silliness that I crave. And I've been very sated by this sketch.
Yeah, this was chaotic in the best way possible.
In a word.
They pulled out pool noodles and hitting each other. Like at the end of the sketch, I looked at my husband and went, "What?" But like as a compliment, like I loved it. I thought the little sub game of Bowen coming in with the notes was great.
Yep.
And then the one that just said hi. Fantastic. And the way that Bowen would enter the frame and come out just so quickly was fantastic.
Oh yes. Bowen was the ribbon on a beautiful package. He was a great presence. Yep. And he's so good at that. He's just so good at being a side character just in the corner. Hardly any lines, like maybe no lines, but you're laughing at what he's found to chew the scenery with. He'll always find a way.
Yeah. Even like Bowen. In Driver's License, I don't think he sang the song, but I don't think he had a line. He just appeared and was Bowen, and it was great.
If he didn't have a line, I believe it, but he's still the most memorable. That's the one person I remember most from that sketch.
Right.
The face touching and all that.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, the job interview sketch, I loved. I thought it was just so chaotic in the best way. Bowen sold it, and it surprised me. And laughter is just delighted surprise, right? So good job. This was great. And my favorite moment of it was when they're hitting each other with pool noodles, and Bowen comes in and says, "You're gonna kill each other."
Stop it! You'll kill each other.
Like he's genuinely concerned that they're actually in real danger from pool noodles. Loved it.
And then the guy evaporates. Fantastic. Great heightening. Amazing. Good job.
About that evaporation moment.
Okay.
I think that was the moment where they kind of proved that they have successfully written an amazing surrealist sketch, because by the time we went through everything we did and got to this moment where he puts on a hat and fades away, my reaction was just like, sure.
Of course.
That makes sense at this point.
You're right.
This might as well happen now after the pool noodles and the notes and everything else we just went through. Yeah.
A sketch is insane when someone evaporates at the end and you're like, yeah, that was the only way to go.
Logical at that point.
And now, I think my work here is done. He took my hat.
Let's get into moment of the night. What's your moment, Steve?
My moment of the night is Bowen Yang shedding a single tear and stating that the hat that faded away belonged to him. It was a great line.
That's a good one.
Just That was my hat.
Yeah, my moment's coming from that one too. I played with some other things like the reveal of Mikey's legs, and that trash can moment. But ultimately, my moment is Bowen coming into a pool noodle fight and very seriously saying, "You'll kill each other." That got me every time. Fantastic. What's your best sketch?
Well, it's kind of my unofficial duty to go with the surrealist sketch
Mm-hmm.
as my best. I do it all the time, and yeah, I'm just an alt comedy guy, and I feel like this is a vote that matters. Like in the democracy that is SNL, if I say that I love this sketch, they'll make more of them. I know there's
Of
probably
course.
yeah, I know it doesn't work that way, but I feel like this is me putting in a vote for that.
Right.
So SNL, please keep making weird stuff that doesn't make sense. Don't be afraid, because I will like it at least.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Well, I'll back you up. It was my best sketch too, the job interview.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sketch was really great. Rewatchable, just silly and in exactly the right way. I really loved it, and just there was enough going on, and then adding in the Bowen's little sub game coming in was a nice finishing touch on it that I thought was really fun. If you want to see our full sketch by sketch review, search for SNL Afterparty on Patreon or subscribestar.com.